What's going on, St. Petersburg? Welcome to the exclusive Blackout magazine interview with Miss TS Madison. I'm going to be your host, Giovanna Davis. And now, without further ado, let's bring out the incomparable, the fabulous, the first Black trans woman executive producer of her own show, covered on Beyonce's Cozy album, and my newfound best sister, Miss T.S. Madison.
Thank you, sister. I ain't changed clothes, y'all. I ain't changed clothes. I ain't changing clothes to the party, because you know then I'm gonna have to take these panties off and wipe between my legs. Now, I want y'all to know, I tell a bunch of fucking bad, dirty, nasty jokes. So please drink as much alcohol as you can, because the more you drink, the funnier I am, okay? Now, my sister is gonna interview, you interviewing your woman?
I am.
So, you didn't, now, whatever question she asked me, she didn't brief me for this. So, this is gonna come off the cuss, off the dome.
It was come right off
And I
the
want
dome.
you to get as deep as you need.
Oh, I'm getting deep.
Treat me like you do the trade
Real deep.
on Friday night.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe the one on Saturday. Actually, the one on
Even
Sunday.
on Sunday.
Because that's when you go real deep after church. Is this my chair? This one yours? Which one you want?
We already went.
Because you know
to
I got a
it's
real
gonna be
big
your
ass.
chair.
Okay, the big old
Yeah,
chair.
it's gonna be your chair. It
Okay.
was gonna be my chair. But
All
I'm
right,
gonna
well,
let you
sister,
have
well,
it.
listen, shit now.
Okay.
Okay. Because you had said that the people wanted to know some things about me. And then we got a poetry session and stuff.
Yeah.
We got a lot of sessions
Everything
tonight.
is lined up tonight.
We got a lot of sessions tonight.
A lot of sessions.
I like sessions.
You like sessions?
I do.
How much you like sessions? How long is your session?
Long as they need to be, baby. Come on here, what
Yeah.
questions you got for me? Let me see what you got.
Well, the first question I want to ask,
And I need it to be very deep and personal.
very deep in person.
Because I want these people to know something about me that they don't know.
Already.
Okay.
All right. First of all, thank you for allowing me to do this interview with you.
Thank you for having me.
This is, like I told you before, it's a full circle moment. I've been following you since the Vine.
Who been following me since Vine? Come on in, BigDickBitch.com.
Come on in.
That was so funny to me.
Yes, come on in.
I'm gonna tell y'all some stories about that too. Y'all gonna get this. How y'all gonna know who anointed in this room?
Listen.
Cause some of y'all in here so anointed, it's ridiculous, and you don't even know that you anointed. But it's so anointed, cause you know. But I'm gonna get into that. Come on.
Talk to him about it.
Okay.
So my first question is going to
Talk
be...
deep into the mic. Deep.
Yes. Speaking to your heart. How does it feel, or did you know that you would be such an influencer, and did you know that you were going to have such an impact on not only the LGBTQ plus IA community, but pop culture in general?
I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. There is a voice that speaks to each and every one of us in this room. There are times that we don't pay that voice any attention.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being a 13 to 14-year-old boy, sitting on the floor, Indian style, and a voice said to me as I was watching, "You better work, turn to the left, turn to the right." I was watching RuPaul when the Supermodel of the World came out, and a voice said to me, "That is gonna be your friend, and you're gonna work with her one day." So at 13 or 14-year-old, you try to figure out, what the hell is that? That ain't my mama. It don't sound like your mama. It just sounds like yourself, but at a whisper.
Right.
Be your friend. This person's gonna work with You're like, wait a minute, who whispered to me?
that?
Who said that? Now, when you tell people these types of things and you share these experiences with people, people like to think that you're crazy or you like this. And I'm very careful about sharing those types of experiences because, you know, as a trans woman, they already feel that you have mental problems anyway.
Right.
And I didn't want to really share that. I didn't know how to express it or share that I was hearing things.
Especially in the era we were growing up.
And definitely in that era, I was hearing things. Like I was hearing stuff. And I have to tell you guys that voice still walks and it's still with me at a constant basis. Mm-hmm. And it's so heavy with me at a constant basis, it has most definitely kept me alive. Even when I was involved in sex work.
It was your protection.
I would hear, don't get in that car. Mm-hmm. Don't walk on that corner. Don't stand by that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in here? And then the older that I got, the louder it got. And it got very direct. Bitch. You better clap, sister, because you know that voice. Y'all know the voices be talking to you. Bitch. You mean to tell me you don't hear me whispering to you? Now, I'm tired of whispering to you, bitch. Because I was whispering to you when you was young because you was scared. But I'm talking directly to your motherfucking ass. Now, don't you get in the car with that nigga. Because he's going to kill you, bitch. Sit your ass down. And so, every single video, I'm going to say this with emphasis, every single video that each and every one of you in this room has seen go viral, the Spirit has spoken to me and said, do it. And you can watch this interview back and you can go back over any interview that you ever seen me and I say the same exact thing because it's true. The Spirit told me to do it. When I went and did that, come on in, BigDMitch.com for Vine, we recorded that video 5 to 7 times. And I told Chi-Chi, it's not right. It's not right. Because Chi-Chi was recording it for me. I said, it's not right. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right because the Spirit said it's not right. That last one I did, the Spirit said, this is the one. Mm-hmm. Post it. And this me being naked, y'all. Naked. No clothes. The Spirit said, post that one. Mm-hmm. So I did it. Viral. She got a dick. She got this. She got it. That shit ended up on Tosh.0. Viral. The Spirit, this is the one. I did it over and over and over. And I would hear the Spirit, this posted. Right. This one. Mm-hmm. That one. This. Everything. Even right down to that video that you hear Beyonce saying, with me on Beyonce's album saying, I'm dark brown, dark skin, light skin, beige, fluorescent beige, bitch. I'm black. Even down to that. The Spirit told me to do it. I was angry about George Floyd being murdered, and I was also angry at the same time that a black trans woman was being beaten and abused in a gas station in Milwaukee at the same time. And black people were jumping up and down like, yeah, beat her and do this. I went in the Spirit said, go in your basement right now. It just like this. Go in your basement right now, bitch. And ran. Talk about how you're black and you're tired. Talk about how you're trans and you fucking tired. Talk about how you like black hot dogs and how you like bologna fried black. How you like onions cooked black on your shit. Right. How black you is. Talk about how black you is. Speak that shit. I didn't know why. I just did it. And I promise you, it had to have been 2 weeks later that I got a message from a record label. And the record label said, hey Madison, we want to use your voice for, we want to sample your voice on a song. And I was like, okay, all right. How much y'all got? Because I was a hoe. Well, I'm still a hoe, but how much you got? Run me that. How much do you have? And after I did that, a year and a half went by. And I remember me judging RuPaul's Drag Race. God, this is all, y'all really, I'm just talking, you need to ask me the second question. I remember me
judging. You're kind of answering it, so keep going.
I remember me judging RuPaul's Drag Race, and I was sitting next to RuPaul, and I said, Ru, be bitch, did you see? Because I talk to Rue like this, okay? Because that's my mama, okay? I said, bitch, did you see Beyonce done cleared out she done took her pictures and stuff down on her Instagram and stuff. And Rue said, girl, I think she get ready to do a Destiny's Child album. I said, you think so? I said, damn, I can't wait to hear it. Had no fucking idea, none. No clue, no idea of shit. Fast forward, that was last year before, because you know you film Drag Race and all that stuff. Is it y'all record me? Okay, I gotta watch what I say.
Watch it out.
NDAs is a motherfucker, I tell you. So, we were filming Drag Race, and then I went to Costa Rica. And I remember me saying, I remember them posting that Beyonce is coming out with an album. And I was like, damn, she always using Big Frida. I really wish that she would use something from me. I said, I feel like that I'm important to the didn't have no motherfucking idea that I was already on the goddamn album. Didn't have no idea at all.
So you was on the album before she even called you?
Well, they had paid, remember I said a year so they had paid me to use my voice to do something. And then I kept getting an email back and forth, like, who is this keep emailing me? Because I'm in Costa Rica, so the service ain't the best. So I'm like, I told Legger, I said, who is this keep emailing us about song 2? What the fuck is song 2? Bitch. Y'all know I didn't read that email. When I say Legger, go back and read the email or respond back to him and say, well, what is the urgency? I didn't put one and one and one and one together.
So at one point between that and now, when did you make the decision to go mainstream?
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Because I got to tell y'all how this shit was crazy with this Beyonce. Y'all, they need to know this.
Right.
I didn't put one and one and one and one together. But when I got to 5, after I did one and one together, I said, girl, if this shit's so urgent, ask them niggas how much money they got. When she asked them how much money they got, and then it came back and it was zeros on the back. I said, wait a minute, this is important. And I scrolled up at the bottom and it said Parkwood Entertainment. I was like, oh shit, this Beyonce! This Beyonce, bitch! I said, hold on, Legger, don't say nothing, don't say yes yet, call the lawyer. I love Beyonce, but I ain't talking to her without my lawyer, goddammit, I love her. Call the lawyer. So we got the lawyer on the telephone or whatever, the lawyer was like, oh yes, because this is Beyonce. And then one of my nieces, Hope Giselle, y'all make sure y'all follow her, Hope Giselle, I love Hope.
I love Hope.
Hope Giselle said, oh bitch, you weren't gonna tell me you was on Beyonce album. I said, wait, none of this cannot be real. Because you know the album had leaked. And I didn't want to hear it. I didn't even want to hear the leaked version. I didn't want to hear it. I was like, this can't be real. Like, this is not real. Like, this is not. Bitch, after the urgency went through and we negotiated them zeros and negotiated some more, and I said, add this so much more on there. And they added that much more on there. And tell them I want to do this and the other. And I got to be credited as a writer. And I need to be this. I want my residuals. And I want to get a piece of this and the other. Blah, 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 blah. And they came back and was like, yes, yes, yes.
But that goes to show what's meant for you is for you.
Not only is my voice used on there, but I don't want to tell y'all the contingency of my deal, but I'm good, okay? Just know that I'm good. I'm good out here. But the Spirit had told me to go down in that basement a year, almost 2 years, and just rent. I didn't know what it was for, but it was for that. Just like I didn't know what that New Weave 22 inches will come on in. I didn't know what any of that shit for, but the Spirit told me to post it, and I did it. And when I did it, everything that I did became pebbles, rocks, stones, and they all stacked up for steps for me to do this. So anybody here in this room that is fighting that spirit that's talking to them, bitch, you better listen.
Listen.
You better listen, and you better listen today and now, because you don't know what it has in store for you later on down the line.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all may not see the TS Madison experience up and running right now, but I just filmed something, the second season of Hush. Because y'all know I played Mona D on the show called Hush on AMC's All Black. And AMC owns the TS Madison experience, and they own WE.V.E. And for some strange reason, the executives came down that day to just watch how production was going. They didn't know TS Madison was going to be there. But guess what she did?
Walk through the door.
Hey! The Spirit told me to light y'all motherfucking ass up because the fans want to know where is the T.S. Madison experience, bitch.
Right.
Where is season 2? So just keep that in your minds that I already wore their ass out because the Spirit told me to do that.
Now, with the influence you have right now, would you consider yourself an advocate or an activist?
I personally feel that I was thrown into activism and advocacy because of my visibility. And here is why it is important that I
that word visibility.
Visibility. And here's why it's important that I lean into that. It is important that I lean into that because I remember me being 14, 13, 12 years old and not knowing exactly what I was or who I was. And I was trying to figure out, like, it's not RuPaul. It's not, God, I'm 45, so y'all know the girls that was out then. Zero. It was just RuPaul. So you didn't really get an opportunity to see yourself, but you knew you wasn't your brother. I'm not my brother. I'm not what my brother is. My brother's a man. I'm not a man. You know, my mother's a woman, but I'm not really not my mom. But I really like what my mom does. I really would, you know. And so when people say, Madison, you're not an activist or an advocate or this and the other, I say, bitch, my presence is my advocacy and my activism because, bitch, it is important that I live out loud as a black transgender woman who's loud, and in motherfucking color, and who will sit on stage and tell somebody out there in the audience or in the television world or wherever world I occupy that there is a spirit, a voice, a entity, a something attached to them that is the one to propel and move them to their greatness, but they're not listening. They're not listening. Listen. Listen. What's holding you back is you, and you not listening to that voice or that thing or something that's speaking to you, that's protecting you. It is protecting you, but you're not letting it do what it needs to do for your life. And so this is what makes me an advocate and an activist for these things, because I'm going to get in those spaces, and no matter how ghetto, ratchet, or hardcore I might be, I'm going to tell you, bitch, sex work is work, and I did it, and I didn't want to do it, but I did it, and bitch, I'm still a human being, so don't dehumanize me for a system that you put in place for a black transgender woman or a transgender woman like myself. Don't dehumanize me for that, bitch. And therefore, bitch, give us fucking free, all of us, goddamn it. Give us free. I didn't want to be an activist or an advocate and stuff like that. I didn't want to be that because, you know, there's so many, you know, rules and regulations that you have to adhere to, and I don't follow nobody's rules but the rules of what the Spirit tell me to do. If the Spirit tell me to get on that internet and cuss a motherfucking eels off a bitch head, I'm gonna do that. And you know, your PR gonna tell you, Madison, why did you do that? Bitch, because the Spirit told me to do it. And if you don't get out the motherfucking way, the Spirit told me to fire your ass, bitch. So I'm gonna follow what the Spirit tell me to do, because the Spirit leads me and has led me this entire way to be exactly who I am. Because if you add, can I walk and talk, sister? Let me walk and talk. Because if you add it up, there were nights that I was supposed to have been murdered on that host road. Nights that I was with my arms folded up in the corner saying, God, please just let me make $100. Let me make 50. Let me make 200. Let me make 75. Let me make this. Please, God, let me pay this $750 rent that I have over here in this duplex where the flow broke all up, the air conditioning leaking, there's mold in the wall, like I'm getting sick from having mold and shit all in the motherfucking wall. God, just let me make it through the night. And I think and ponder and be like, bitch, I'm in a position, I'm on Beyonce album. I've executive produced not one, but 2 television shows, bitch. I remember when all I wanted to get through was the night and make $100. Bitch, you can't give me $100 to do a fucking thing now. Amen. Nothing. I remember those times where all I wanted to do was just make it. And God was like, bitch, you gonna make it. I'm gonna make you, and I'm gonna make you inspire people to make it for themselves too. And you're not trash, but I'm gonna take you through the trash. You not on the bottom, but bitch, you won't have to crawl through the bottom. Bitch, you not shit, but they gonna say you ain't shit. But guess what I'm gonna do for you? I'm gonna polish you off, bitch, and everybody gonna pull from you. And that's because I listen to the Spirit tell me what to do. I'm not ashamed of anything that I've ever done. I'm not ashamed. I'm not sad. And I don't want anybody's sympathy because it was a part. It is all instilled. It is all a part of the journey and for the destination that I have to reach. And it is not for me because publicly living is something that is extremely hard. Because the public will burn you up if you say the wrong shit, you wear the wrong shit, you fall, you slip, they will burn you up. So that is a very hard thing to do, and a lot of people are not built for that shit. They think they built for it until they start having the experience it, and they get fucked up in the whole situation. But baby, let me tell y'all something. If you see me fall down, if you see a show get canceled, if you see me lose this or you see my car get took, my house would, bitch, I'm gonna get another one right in front of you, goddamn it. Because my story is not for me, it's bigger than me. It's for people out there who have been told they ain't shit. It's for people out there who are struggling right now, currently in this moment, financially. It's for people who are trying to figure themselves out. It's for people, I asked God the other day, God, why you sunk that ragged ass nigga to me? He said, bitch, because I got a good one for you around the corner, bitch. Just keep on fucking with them ragged niggas, because when the good one come, you going to appreciate that bitch, ain't you? And he ain't going to do none of that shit that them other motherfuckers do. And you going to know him when you get him. Appreciate him. And I'm like, okay, God, when he coming, though? When? I'm tired of riding these dicks right here. When he coming? You know. But, yeah, I talk to God like that. I'm sorry, y'all. Is it a little too vulgar for you? Okay, because he made my mouth. And if y'all didn't see that video where I posted where I say, until God stick his big finger in my mouth and wipe all them cuss words out, you motherfuckers will get cussed out. All of you. Sister, I'm sorry, did I go too far?
No, you are doing
come on, I'm sorry. Damn,
I want you to go further.
Okay, come on, ask me some more shit then. Ask me some more shit.
Well, you take a breath, I will. Now, don't make me be unprofessional.
Be that. I don't like professionalism or until it's dealing with my money.
Right.
And I must say that St. Pete is very professional. Very professional. St. Pete Pride is very professional. They have handled me, they took care of me, and they even rescued me from fucking a bitch up over there at another hotel. And I thank St. Pete for that.
Now, besides the gift of listening, what do you feel is missing most in the Black and brown trans community? Not just for our equality, but for our equity. Like for people to meet us where we are in our community. What do you feel is lacking?
I think that the division is a big problem. We're divided by class. We're divided by age, because ageism is a thing. Because I'm 45 years old, and I tell a bitch loud and proud every day I'm 45, because I remember back when I was 25, and I didn't know I was going to get this far. So I'm definitely loud and proud about me being 45 years old, bitch, in the LGBTQIA community. And you're not going to make me feel bad for getting to be 45 and 50 years old. We're not going to do that. So we need to stop. That's what we need to stop. We need to respect and honor those girls who made it through those places to get you young bitches to the places that y'all gonna go. That's what number one. Number two, we need to stop dividing every fucking thing by color. I'm gonna say it again loud. We need to stop dividing everything by fucking color. And we have a responsibility in our community, and that's most definitely in our community that is not black, to understand that there are privileges and things that are set in place that we didn't have anything to do with, and they probably didn't have anything to do with that. But you got to understand that you benefit from those privileges that were put in place. So we got to make sure that we break down all of those walls, and we either all the way in this shit or we ain't in this motherfucking shit at all. And we have to break down all of that. It don't need to be black pride then white pride. It needs to be motherfucking pride, period. It don't need to be trans pride, then it needs to be pride, period. Because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, when the cis-het people round us up on the boat, they don't give a fuck if we trans, gay, lesbian, because they only know two things because they dumb. Bitch, you either a dyke or you a faggot. Those are the two things that they know. They don't care about us being non-binary, whatever the fuck. They don't care anything about that. When it comes down to them rounding us up to eliminate us, they don't care how mass for mass you are, how much of a top you are, how you these things, bitch, you are. So this is why we have to bond together. If you are a gay man, a black gay man, and somebody is pounding on your motherfucking trans sister, you need to be pounding on them motherfuckers for pounding on your sister. If you are a black woman, if you are a black trans woman and a motherfucker is pounding on a cis black woman, you need to be pounding on them bitches. If you are a black cis woman and somebody's pounding on your trans sister, daughter, whatever it is, you need to be pounding on their motherfucking ass too. Because they don't separate us, bitch. And the way that we are going to get all of the shit broken down as our community is together. A fist is most powerful, bitch, when all the fingers are balled up together, bitch. We too divided.
So what advice would you give the young trans folks, especially in the light of the 400 plus bills that are being implemented in our country against us? What advice would
my
you give?
advice is to never forget, bitch, that we threw the first brick.
Right.
Don't you ever forget that. And though it might be dark, and though the times might look perilous now, but bitch, perseverance will get us through it. The only way we're gonna do that is together, bitch. And remember, again, that we threw the first brick, bitch. And that's how pride starts. And if we got to throw bricks over and over again, we're gonna have to put our hands together and throw a mighty boulder right through the middle of that fucking White House if we got to, bitch. Bust it all down.
As a black trans woman, what would you like your community to know about you that they don't know already?
I'm human. I'd like my community to know and understand that I'm human. I ain't perfect. I fuck up. I'm still learning because I'll be trying to figure some shit out. Like when I'm watching television and I'm seeing this stuff going on, I'm like, oh, okay. All right. I might have missaid something because I'm gonna tell you why. I don't mind going back and retracting something that say I fucked up and said some wrong shit. And we all in this room ain't big enough ain't too big to be reprimanded. You know, when sometimes I see when I done said some shit wrong online and the folks come under there and say, Madison, you know you dead ass wrong for that shit. I love you, bitch, but you wrong. And I'm like, bitch, fuck you, but I'm gonna go back and see what I said, and then I'm gonna come back and tell you I'm sorry. And then I reevaluate and say, damn, Madison, you dead ass wrong for that shit you said. So go back. So we need to have those same feelings and instincts in us. We need to hold ourselves accountable. We can hold ourselves accountable for the wrong shit that we say. And I try to do that a lot. And I police myself a lot. And I understand that I have a responsibility to my community. And so I have decided that there are things that I don't fuck with, I won't attack, I won't talk about. I just say, let me back up from that because I know that my voice is strong or whatever, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. Even if I believe something wholeheartedly, I will say, this is going to be a detriment to my community. Let me not do and say that. And I really wish a lot of people who have positions of visibility would start understanding that. Caitlyn Jenner.
Don't do that. Don't bring that person's name in here.
I really wish and I'm still respecting her. Still. I really wish she would really understand how much her presence
Damage.
and the things that she does that is so anti the girls, how she is hurting us selfishly. See, when you take the position,
But she's still using that privilege
it's correct.
that
When-
she's always had.
yeah, when you take the position of having a public, don't be a public figure then. Cut all your shit off. Cut all your shit off. Because when you take the position of being a public figure, none of your life really belongs to you. Everything that you do in the public is a reflection of your fucking community, bitch. And so therefore you have to be mindful of the shit that you do and say at all times. And that's why I want people to know that I'm human, I make mistakes, but I keep my community, I keep my people in mind before I start answering questions and before I start talking about stuff. I keep my people in mind to understand that I might say some shit that could be used against my whole community in politics. And I don't want that because this political shit is so scary. It is so scary right now. And me as an entertainer and being a judge on Drag Race and all the positions that I hold, yes, I have, even me with the privilege that I hold right now, I have money, I'm passable, all of this stuff, I still have to maneuver as if things are affecting me because it is really affecting me, because if it's affecting my sister or the person that doesn't have the privileges that I have, it's affecting me. And I gotta put that in the forefront of my thinking, and I try to do that at all times. I want y'all to know I love you. I love y'all so much. I love you. I love everybody so much.
When was the last time you had to show the most courage to yourself?
The last time I had to show the most courage to myself is, you know, I've just told myself maybe last week, I said, girl, because I really struggle with my weight. I have been struggling with my weight for the past maybe 5 years. I've been struggling with my weight because I've never been this heavy. I've always been a smaller, big titties, big ass, but bitch, now I got a kangaroo pouch and shit like that. But I have to tell myself, Madison, don't let social media push you to do these things. Don't let no man push you to do these things. Get yourself together so that you can live a long time, because you are hope for your people. And so get yourself healthy so that because you are hope for your people. But bitch, if he can't fuck you while you fat, don't give that motherfucker no pussy when you get skinny. And that's why I stood in that mirror and told that motherfucker, come lift this stomach up and eat this dick. Or you ain't getting no pussy.
So when it comes to your mental health, what do you do for you when you become so emotionally full, so overwhelmed with what you got?
So when it comes to my mental health, I'm gonna share something with you guys that y'all don't know. When I'm going through something mentally, for those of you that follow me, I do massive amounts of videos. I do lives, I do live shows. I do this because I feed off of energy, off of the love energy, and I feed off of the people telling me how my presence or something that I did or how I made them laugh got them through mourning, or how they were able to learn something from me. You know, it that fuels me. It gives me fuel because it feeds into me understanding that I have purpose. And so this is what helps my mental, because sometimes it gets very hard at times when I'm like, God, as much as you've given me, am I selfish for asking you for more? Am I selfish for asking you to give me more things? And then something will fall on my plate. There's a book that I read, and I've read it maybe 3 or 4 times. It's called The Prayer of Jabez. And the prayer is for the Lord to enrich my territory, and so that I can
reach more people and reach more things to do. Because I want to do, even as a transgender woman, I was raised in the church. I want to do things that elevate, or things, I want to leave a legacy, or I want to leave a space so that people can have a blueprint or a book or booklet to be like, you know, well, she fucked up, I can fuck up and do this too. This happened, I can still be successful. I always ask God to enlarge my territory, enrich the things for me so that I can be a blessing to other people, because that's what helps my mental, me knowing that I'm not purposeless here, that my purpose is to help other people here. And I think what people don't understand about the wealthy, you don't have wealth and riches for yourself. You've been blessed abundantly to bless others.
So, last question, because I'm being told we gotta wrap it up.
Oh, they said wrap it up?
They
I'm
said
sorry.
wrap it up, baby. Last question is, with all that being said, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be exactly what it is now. Loud, live, and in fucking color. And I want everybody out there to be unapologetic for who they are, but also know to listen to whatever that voice is that's talking to them. And if they are, because it is definitely, the Spirit is telling me right now, and I'm not no pastor or nothing, because I'm going to suck a dick when I leave here, I promise you that. But the Spirit is telling me right now that there is somebody in this room, or a few people in this room, that are not listening to whatever it is that they're being told to do, and this is what is hindering them from them being great. They need to do it. So whoever that is, bitch, do what the Spirit is telling you to do.
Listen. All right. Thank you so much, TS Madison.
Thank y'all for listening to me.
Thank you, St. Petersburg.
Thank y'all,
for
St.
having
Petersburg.
us.
Now, I ain't going nowhere because y'all got me all.